Tootsies.
Okay,
Hot cross buns.
Hot and live.
here we are. We are live on.
Working title. I forgot what my point was.
Ellipses.
Yeah, what were you talking about?
But I couldn't tell you. I think it's awesome. I think it honestly needs to stick. Shit shooters was cool. No stone unturned was cool. I forgot what my point was. I feel like also just like I've said it before, it lends itself to us being honest with the fact that we don't always know what we're talking about, but also we lose track of what we're talking about because we get so passionate about topics and thoughts that we lose track. We're like, God, I forgot what my point was.
If you were forced to do a TED Talk, what do you think the best subject for Julian Gavilanis to tackle would be?
Oh my God.
Can we play it out? Can we do it like a scene?
Like a role play? I mean, I don't know.
No, I just want to do this. I just want to do the scene.
Okay.
Julian.
Hey.
It's Roger from TEDx.
Oh, Roger from TEDx.
TEDx.
Wow.
We're doing a TEDx Bushwick, and we'd love for you to present. I was just curious what you thought maybe you're an expert on, and what you might be able to speak on.
Come on. I don't
Stay in the scene.
I just don't feel like Roger would be calling me.
What the fuck, Steve?
I don't feel like Roger would be. I don't feel like Roger would be calling me to ask me what I'm an expert in. Who works for TED Talk? I know you swore. 4 push-ups. I'll take the mic.
Okay.
Get down. Is that what we're gonna start doing? 4 push-ups isn't much, but you
Ready?
gotta do it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, he's going for a 5 and slow. Nice, dude. Look at me right in the eyes, dude. Can you do? How many push-ups can you actually do?
6.
Nice, dude. That was good form. It's pretty good.
Good job, Mel.
Honestly, though, man, I don't know what if I was gonna do a TED Talk.
Can we just do the scene?
It's not a scene. What are you like? Sure,
I'm gonna act it out.
Okay. Like, you want me to come in and give you? Hello.
Julian.
Hey, hello.
Julian, hey, it's Clayton.
Who's Clay? Do I know you? How do I know you?
Yeah. We met down at Jimmy John's.
Oh, Jimmy. Okay, yeah. I love that place.
Remember I was telling you I work for TEDx, and we're doing a TEDx
Oh,
in
the TED Talk guy. Yeah. Okay.
We're doing a TEDx in Bushwick,
Okay.
which is in New York.
I live there, so yeah, I'm familiar.
And I was hoping you could present. You like really inspired me the other day while you were ordering your sandwich.
Oh, cool.
I'm curious, just for the pamphlet, if you could kind of give me a synopsis of what you're going to be talking on first.
Oh, sure. Well, thank you for the call and for thinking about me.
You're welcome.
In that way, I'm honored. I never would have expected to have anybody from the TED team reach out.
Ever?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting it soon, but I'm very grateful that it's happening. So you're asking what I would bring to the table, basically.
I want you to just
You want me to
because
give you my speech?
I'm currently designing the pamphlet for all of the attendees.
Okay.
And I just need to under your name kind of give a quick little tidbit, monkey note of sorts.
Sure.
About what you're going to be sharing about.
If there's a tagline, I would say giving yourself permission to be yourself.
Can you spell yourself for me?
There's 2 O's. Y-O-O.
I feel like it's Y-E-W-E-R.
Yourself.
Yourself.
Look, my TED Talk is going to be on giving yourself permission to be the best version of you that you can possibly be. That's what I'm interested in talking to you about.
All right, dude. Sorry, but unfortunately, we don't. The slot that I was going to give you is no longer available. So, but thanks for picking up my call. I'll definitely keep you in mind when we do TEDx Harlem.
Hey, you know what? Don't call me back, Clayton. I don't care. I don't care to have another conversation with you.
Ah, dude, you would actually do really good at that speech. Yeah,
Well, it would take a while. I remember when you did a TED Talk.
it was awful.
No, it was great. Great. It was really good. And Steve, did you see it?
No.
You never saw Alan's TED Talk?
No.
James, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it was good. I remember you called me the night before.
I was terrified.
And you were terrified, but you we kind of like worked through a lot of things that were going on. And what was your kind of tagline? Gratitude is the attitude?
Kind of, yeah. It was, I think I didn't really have a title, but essentially what I told the audience that was there was I was going to be speaking on mental real estate and how I subdivided mine to find joy.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. You brought up like a money thing at one point with the George, or not George, whatever his name was, the guy that screwed you over.
George Soros?
George. Who's that?
He's been in the news lately. I think he's like I think he runs like the flat Earth Society or something.
No, it doesn't matter. Regardless, your TED Talk was great, and I wrote it for you, so that's probably why it was.
You did?
No, but
But you did edit it.
I didn't. I mean, we just talked for hours before you went on and did it.
Yeah, I was terrified. The night before, my tour manager, Bear, I called him and I said, "Can you come into my hotel room and let me?" I did my speech in front of him like 6 times, and he was so kind and patient and complimentary.
Complimentary.
Complimentative. But then I pulled him aside after and I said, "How'd you do?" And he goes, "Pretty good."
Pretty good. Pretty good. Keep in touch.
So nice day out today. I was excited that this morning when I woke up that the weather was not going to be 120 degrees out here.
It's kind of cold.
It's kind of cool.
I'm wearing your button-ups Saint One shirt right now because it's a little chilly out.
It is. It's a beautiful day out today. If you had a boat, right? What?
Yeah. What kind?
Either of you. I'm gonna actually ask Steve.
Yeah, go for it.
Are you a rowboat kind of guy? Or are you proper like cigarette speedboat kind of dude? Are you proper like I'm gonna wake skate sort of homie?
It's just lounge boat.
Like a pontoon.
Yeah, like a pontoon boat. It'd be named Otter Pop.
Is there any like financial limit in what kind of boat you can have?
You can spend $100,000.
Uh-huh.
You have $100,000 to burn on a boat.
I don't know what the boat market is though, as far as the cash flow goes for a boat.
Yeah,
Boat,
me
if
neither.
you go into the bank, you're like, I need a boat loan.
I think. Yeah. I think
Like
boat.
an auto loan.
It's just like an auto loan.
What would they give it to you? Should I say it's a business?
No, that's just a boat. It's just like, hey, I'm an idiot and I want a boat.
I doubt you could get that much of a boat for $100,000.
That's
you
what
could
I'm
get a
saying.
nice boat for sure, but like a big boat and like a catamaran boat,
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, for sure you could.
yacht. No, I mean old as Don. Old as Don Quixote.
Speaking of Don, grab it.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, Don Ho, the godfather of Hawaiian soul.
Dude,
I didn't even know who this guy was.
Donnie
until
Ho's
yesterday.
Tiny Bubbles.
Julian, look, remember what I was talking about how frustrated I got yesterday trying to put that record away? Look how fluffy
Oh, yeah.
this side is.
What? Yeah.
I couldn't get it back.
see.
That
I was upset.
piece of the plastic is supposed to go around the.
Well, why? I don't understand why you couldn't have gotten it in.
You know this,
Right.
right? This
Yeah,
the
the plastic
plastic's supposed
goes
to go
around.
around the cover, and then the vinyl just goes and sits inside
Oh.
there.
Yeah, I was just too busy thinking about my future boat and how much.
So that's what you did wrong, Steve.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that either, though. Alan, you're wise.
Rarely. Rarely do I.
But
Dude.
that's good. There you go, Steve.
Wow,
You were freaking out
we're
about
back.
Don Ho, dude, how handsome of a man. I think I like the pontoon idea, but I've always fantasized about having a houseboat. When I was a youngster, my folks would borrow my grandfather's RV, and we would go to church camp over in Silver Lake, Washington, which is kind of just outside of Spokane, little community called Medical Lake. Man, did I love that RV. I would get in the bunk up above the cab and just look out the front. There was a front-facing window. I would peel back the shades and just sit up there the whole time. I have so many good memories in that RV, and I've thought, take this, put it in the water, same thing.
RV boat,
RV boat.
like a hybrid.
Yeah, but just no shower on it. There's no need because you're in the water.
Have you ever been on a houseboat?
Yeah.
They're cool, right?
Pretty cool. Yeah, I had a homie growing up whose dad bought a houseboat that was in terrible condition, and we went out on it a few times. That was a blast, man. Shooting fireworks. Pow!
Yeah, me and Styles Bentley went on a houseboat once in Lake Shasta with a couple babes and one of my dad's girlfriends. It was awesome. It was such a blast.
How many babes were on the boat?
Just two.
Just two.
Yeah, they
so
were the daughters.
One for each of you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Uh-huh.
We had a blast. We were like 16 years, not even 15.
What were their names?
Couldn't tell you.
You don't
Alicia and Guantanamo.
If I was Guantanamo, I'd be like, what? And
Styles,
my sister's name was...
That was the one for Styles.
If my mom named my sister Alicia, and then I got Guantanamo,
Yeah,
I would be real upset about that. How about you,
Or-
Steve?
I'd be stoked.
Yeah.
My name's Steve.
You would-
Anything's better.
Right. No, you got a great name. Sturdy name. It's a sturdy name. I trust all Steves.
Let's
Oh,
talk about that.
thanks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you guys like your names?
No. Think about the name Alan. Is there anybody
it's-
in
it's-
any movie of
it's-
any time
well, it's-
that is not a creep and named Alan?
Well, it's dorky, but the last name kind of brings it home for me and probably all the people that listen to you.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a good last name.
Right, because I go up to people and introduce myself as Alan Stone.
He
Right.
does, people.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I introduce myself as Al.
Well, you
Al.
just are known as Alan Stone, so you don't have to introduce yourself anyways, which is kind of the beautiful part.
But Al's a strong name.
I have to introduce myself to everybody I meet. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's like
I guess.
1 out of 3,000 people that I meet.
But you call yourself Al.
I say Al, yeah, because I just think it's kinder, it's warmer, it's it's kind of disarming a little bit when I say, especially when I call myself Al, because naturally people are gonna all, if I become your friend, they're just gonna start within like half an hour of us hanging out, they're gonna just say Al, right? That's just it's always happened to me. So, but if you call yourself Al, then I feel like people go, this guy's a straight shooter.
I don't call you Al. I call you just Alan.
What?
I do.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really call you
When have
by
you
your
called
name.
me Alan?
I don't know when I have called you by your name.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know.
know?
Yeah. I don't call you by your name.
I just don't say your name. I don't address you.
Yeah.
I just like laugh at you or something, and like I mean,
point and
that's-
shoot.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess
okay,
when
so
you're
if
friends-
I'm not in
like,
the
you
room-
don't call me Julian. You're not like, hey Julian, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah, hey, Julian.
He does do that, actually. He calls me Stephen J. Libby.
I've started
The
calling you
full name.
Stephen J. Libs too. Well, I kind of bring it down to Libs.
Yeah.
Because I like that Stephen J. Libs.
Liz
Do you
is
like your
good.
name, Steve?
I say it's like an accountancy. It's a fine name, sure.
Have you like
It's a
have
fine
you
name.
have you gotten to a point of appreciating your name?
Yeah, because
It is what it is.
it is what it is, and I was named after some people and family and that stuff. So it's a strong name. It's just a normal name, and it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah, that's nice.
Your name's Steven, but there's an alternate universe where your name is Raphael.
great.
Yeah,
I totally dig that.
You like that name?
Yeah,
That's
Raphael's
hot, dude.
nice.
It's a hot ass
Yeah.
name.
Dude, all of the Ninja Turtles names were nice. We
Yeah,
could
well-
all be those guys, including James. We got 4 of us right now. Who's who?
Michelangelo,
Donatello.
Donatello,
Do you guys remember what all
Raphael,
all of their character
and
types were
Leonardo.
like?
and Leonardo. No, when I was a youngster, I had my folks got me a Ninja Turtles van.
Oh yeah, the
That-
shot pizza.
Dude, did
It's
you
the
have
best.
that
Of course
one?
yeah, I was a big Turtles guy.
Stop it, dude. Good on. Hey, James, can you get on Amazon and see if they still have that thing?
I'm sure you can find it.
Bro,
Not Amazon.
It's in a shed at my parents' house. I can guarantee it.
Dude, we
Dude.
should bring it up. Bring it in.
get your mom.
Put it right here. Put it
Get
right
your mom
here.
on the phone right now because I had so much. I lost the pizzas after the first like 2 weeks
Sure,
of having
sure,
the thing
sure.
because I shot them off to Kingdom Come.
Who did you guys relate to the most?
I don't remember the characters well enough.
Raphael was kind of like he was the red one.
Yeah,
right?
he was the kind of the
kinda
angry-
like the angsty,
But
kind of pissed
angsty,
off.
but like yeah, but he pushed the other guys
he was,
as well.
Yeah, he was a hard ass for sure.
Yeah, and Donatello was like the wise one to like settle down.
I could never remember between the purple and the blue what
Moral
their names
compass.
were or what their like qualities were.
Donatello
was
and
blue.
Leonardo. Yeah,
Blue? Donatello?
Donatello's purple. Yeah, the nerd.
He was the sciencey guy.
Yeah,
like-
Leonardo was the leader.
I'm down with science. I'll be that one.
I was definitely Michelangelo, who's just the party animal.
guy.
Yeah, he's a pizza guy.
He doesn't do anything
You're
but
for
eat
sure
pizza
that.
and just rage.
Yeah.
Jules, what was the last magazine you opened up and actually read?
Like cover to cover?
No, just
Just,
any
like, at
article.
Tiger Beat with Zac Efron on the cover.
Yeah, we were talking about Zachy Epps last night. Handsome stud.
He's got his. Have you seen his stomach?
Yes, it's hard
absurd.
to miss. I know. It's so awesome. I'm so happy for that guy. He's the best, man. He's the best. You can't like, there's no talking trash about somebody like him. You just can't. I mean, you can, but you're just basically making fun of yourself by doing
Right,
so.
because you're just jealous of those
Exactly.
rock hard abs.
His abs are so good.
So tight.
There's 19 of them. It's amazing. God, dude, I got one,
Would you?
and it's just my stomach.
if me and Steve put together, we've got a COVID piggy bank that we throw change in every time we come up here in the studio, and it's amassed like probably upwards of like $16 now. If we paid for you to get a tattoo, would you get a tattoo of Zac Efron's stomach on your back?
Dude,
You
I
can't.
totally would if I could, but I can't because I'm allergic to ink.
No, they got new stuff. It's
Had that hypoallergenic new.
it's made from soy.
I mean, no. Honestly, no. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Bummer, dude.
I do love Zac Efron, but to answer your question,
I forget what my point
it
was.
so do
exactly.
I mean,
Can you ring the bell every time we
Ellipses.
say it?
No, that's only for expletives.
No, but is there another thing we can do?
You asked what magazine I opened up and read last.
Yeah.
And I'm really trying to think. Steph Fleck, my roommate in New York, and one of my best friends who also made this jacket, she reads New York magazine. And she's like always reading through, especially like during COVID times. She's been like reading the articles and just crying. I was like, I can't read this stuff, man. It seems too heavy. But I've read a couple articles out of that, I guess. I don't really read a lot of magazines. Maxim. God, I love Maxim.
Really?
I used to. I haven't read one in a long time.
You seem like the kind of guy that would buy a Maxim with Jessica Alba on the cover.
I would definitely buy a Maxim with Jessica Alba. I think I did own the Jessica Alba issue if she ever was on that. We can fact check that.
I played a concert once at the Henry
over that.
Fonda. No, Henry Ford. There's an amphitheater in L.A. Do you know what it's a tiny amphitheater, Steve. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like the Ford or the Fonda.
The Fonda?
No, not the Fonda's a theater.
That's a theater,
La
yeah.
Fonda.
It's like the Ford Amphitheater or something. Anyways, Jessica Alba was backstage,
Oh, my God.
and I totally crop dusted her, dude.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Got her good, dude. I was walking right past her, and I was like, "This is never gonna happen again in my life." And I had one right on the right on the cliff of my beehole. And I just walked right past her, went night, and kept on walking, dude. She
man.
was with some handsome buck, and I was like, I looked at him, and I was like, "You're gonna get blamed for this."
Did she say anything about your music?
I didn't talk to her.
You just crop dusted.
She was in the hallway, and I
What-
was headed to my green room, and
Let me ask you this. Was she as beautiful in person as she would be on television?
she was stunning.
Do you notice that people that you see, because you've seen a lot of public figures in your life, would you say that most of them are as beautiful as they come off across on television? Like
So-
I remember you telling me, sorry to cut you off, but I remember you telling me about going on Ellen's show.
Yeah.
And then being like, went up and gave her a hug after I performed. And I remember being like, God, she's like great and amazing, but like so weathered. And I was just like, oh, that's interesting. Like you kind of mentioned that she like.
We're gonna have to cut that out of the episode because I never said that.
I think you did. I think you talked about how like old she
No,
looked.
Ellen, if you see this, I said nothing but compliments.
You said she looked old and weathered, and she must be. She works every day of her life. She she has the freaking whole world on her back trying to give cars to and give $15,000 Shutterstock fly checks. Shut up, Alan. Just answer the question.
I'm not going to comment on Ellen because I didn't say anything about her besides the fact that she smelled of elderberries.
Now you're just lying.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely some celebs that I've met. You know who I met that I won't shy away from telling you is not as beautiful as you think was Iggy Azalea.
I wouldn't think she's very beautiful.
What?
I don't know really what she looks like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't she got like big booty? Big,
Pull her
like
up. Can you pull her up on the old Gamatron,
We currently
dude?
got the Ninja Turtle truck up.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah.
Show it to the
It's on
audience.
eBay. Okay.
Come on, show it to my dad. There it is. Shooting pizzas.
Oh, I had that too.
Yeah, man. Standard issue.
I think it was cool.
It's on eBay.
Yeah, $18.
Is it in the package?
Can't afford it.
I'm making Jamil buy it right now.
Jamil, buy it. Jamil, have your dad buy it.
What'd you say?
Have your dad buy
If
it.
you're looking, this is the aforementioned Jamil,
That's
who
awesome.
is producing the show with us today, and he's the guy who we always talk about paying for these two dunces.
Yeah.
It's the Taco Bell for about a year straight.
Oh, it was like 3. It was a good solid 3 years
Yeah.
that Jamil bought every time we went out. Jamil is the
But,
only
no, it was-
like
let's be-
legitimate
let's-
success.
Let's be real.
Jamil
Jamil's
came up.
dad was paying for
What?
us our lives when we were like 19 to 27.
I can't confirm or deny that. All I know is that Jams walked into the studio today and he said, "I'm the only one of you 3 fucks that has a job."
Yeah. 4 push-ups.
It doesn't count if I'm repeating what somebody actually said
talking
verbatim.
about?
What?
He said the F word.
4 push-ups.
Get on your feet, dude.
I'm not going to do it this time because that was
Okay, now you're just
I'll do sit-ups.
breaking rules.
Sorry, to get back to our previous point.
Can't remember.
Iggy Azalea.
Oh, yeah, Iggy Azalea.
I saw her in Las Vegas at a radio convention, and I mean, she's a beautiful girl, but she doesn't look as good. A lot of makeup, a lot of makeup. I'm trying to think who the most naturally beautiful.
Jessica Alba.
Colin Farrell.
Dude, Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Good God,
I know something about that.
gorgeous,
So beautiful.
Talk about Katy Perry for a minute, Steven.
She is a beautiful girl.
Oh yeah.
That's
Steve.
not what I mean.
Went on some dates.
Give the history. Give the history. The HISTORY history.
Grew up in the same town, both into music. I was in an antique shop with my friend, Jeremy Blatter, and she was in there, and I just was like, yep, that me, talk now, go. Asked her to do a coffee shop, Muddy Waters.
That's where we met.
Yeah,
Can you
No
tell
way.
us what year this was?
2001.
Wow.
This is like right before she got signed.
She was Kate Hudson at the time, and she had
She's-
released a Christian record.
She
and then,
still is Kate Hudson.
Right. So before she was Katy Perry, she was Kate Hudson. She released a record, Christian record, and went and we went out a few times, hung out as friends. It was awesome. And then she went on like a church tour, and then I didn't hear about her for like 3 years. And then like at 1 year at Warped Tour, it was like she was dating that guy. I was like, hey, I know you,
What guy?
the singer of Gym Class Heroes, I think. And then like Kiss a Girl came out, and it was just game changer.
Wow.
Gym class. Oh, Travi?
Yeah.
I met Travi. Travi came to the
Oh
train.
yeah, he came to the train show.
Yeah, he came out to train. He's
Yeah.
a sweetheart.
Yeah. So yeah.
You got
Tall.
the whole package,
He's
dude.
tall.
You got the Katy Perry and Travi experience.
Well,
You're
Oh,
so
God.
popular.
God bless.
You go to
God,
her.
God bless Travi, but
James
Katy,
found it.
Katy Perry,
What do you find?
Iggy
unbelievable.
Azalea.
Really?
Babe Town, super Babe Town. Iggy Azalea's, yeah, she's.
I mean, whatever. Let her be.
I mean, she's probably a sweet person. She's
Sure.
Australian, so she's got to be tight.
There you go.
But just a lot of makeup. Wears a lot of makeup. That's all right. Some people do.
I was saying Colin Farrell. We met him at your Dave show.
Colin Farrell,
Yeah, isn't that his name?
the actor.
Yeah.
I didn't meet him. Did you?
Well, yeah, he was like backstage. So I just stood next to him for about 5 minutes.
Oh, dude, was he nice?
Yeah, he was super nice.
What a stud.
And like a stud.
He's Irish.
Yeah.
Did you try to chest bump with him?
No. He was too busy.
Messed up, dude. That's the best thing you can do.
It's a good solid chest bump.
I love a good solid chest bump.
Yeah, me too.
I forgot what the point of this whole thing was. We were talking about what? A magazine, and then it turned into like us judging human beings on attractiveness.
I know. It's
Yeah,
awful.
that's pretty base.
We digressed hard.
Yeah.
Well, Julian asked me, you've met a lot of public figures. Which ones held up? And then proceeded to just tell a whole audience a story about me dissing America's sweetheart.
I was gonna say,
Although
yeah.
she's in some hot water right now, boys. You been following it?
Who?
Ellen. She's about to
yeah.
get super duper canceled.
I don't know about that.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's going down.
I don't want that to happen.
Me neither. I love Ellen, dude.
Yeah, she's in like the celebrity Illuminati, man. Nothing's
What?
gonna
Let's
happen to her.
let's. What would happen if you got canceled?
Oh,
What
it'd
would
be
you
aw-
do? What would your decisions be? How would you navigate that?
What's
if
in-
like today they were like, headline news was that Alan Stone got canceled.
What's funny about the whole cancel world is that Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's Puerto Rican. He says the N-word all the time. Mm-hmm. He went to jail and like ratted out at least 10 people in the Crips. #1 artist on Billboard right now. Like, can't get canceled, right? Because he's so absurd. He's actively like, I don't know if he's done it intentionally, but he's such a contrarian and such a crazy person
He's
that
just calling the cops on himself.
nobody can cancel him. But America's sweetheart, Ellen DeGeneres, gets canceled because some employee of hers, like, just took somebody's croissant at the craft services, or I don't even know what the allegations are. I haven't read into it, but of all the good that she's done to America and brought to American citizens, she's potentially going to get thrown under the bus.
Yeah, that sucks. Do you think it has to do with the fact that we're all in quarantine and she's like not on her show and able to defend herself right now?
No,
Or
I
can
think
she-
that Los Angeles is literally eating itself. They're just like, it's just like, the bar is always changing for like how progressive you can be, right? So it's like, first it's whatever. It's just constantly changing. And now it's like, for something that's not even nearby illegal, your whole life is canceled. You're completely uprooted and thrown to the wolves.
So let me ask you again.
If I got canceled, well, first of all, I'm not.
It doesn't matter. That's just like hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if I got canceled,
Because it could happen. Like you could
Totally.
still.
I mean,
you're
this
not,
literally-
You're not Ellen DeGeneres, but you still have a platform. And
if I got canceled, first thing I would do, shave my head. Because
you want to?
Oh, God, I hate long hair.
just do it then, anyways.
No, dude, because all the babes want to do it.
No, they
No,
don't.
they don't.
What?
Yeah, there's some.
Wait, whoa, back up.
Bro,
What?
Jessica Alba crop dusted you.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Maybe that's the name of our podcast. Wait, what? That's actually great. Will you look that up and see if there's a
I
podcast
forgot
called Wait,
what my
What?
point was. Is better.
It's certainly more accurate.
Yeah.
It is super. What were we talking about?
Exactly.
I forgot what my point was.
Oh, if I got
You
canceled.
got canceled.
If
You're
I
just
got-
trying to divert from your.
No, if I got
topic.
canceled, first thing I would do, cut all my hair off. No problem.
Really? Like why?
Cut all my hair off and get LASIK. And then I could just come back as a different person and not be canceled anymore.
Like is
I
that-
still
is
have
that-
all
is
the
that- is
passwords
that-
to
is
my
that a-
social media accounts. I
is that
just
a-
changed the name.
Is that a real thing? Would you do that?
Hell yeah.
How would you feel?
Sad. Well, it depends on what I got canceled for.
What do you think? What are the things that would
What-
get you canceled?
me?
Yeah.
Like, the things that would get me canceled, probably saying something stupid on a podcast that I started with my 2 idiot friends.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking that's probably going to be the case.
That would
Danger
be the
zone.
first one. Or, like, or, I think that's probably it. Well, one time I peed on a carny.
What?
Yeah, at
One
a
time
carnival.
you peed on your employees on the bus.
Peed at a
Oh
carnival.
yeah. Also, I peed on my tour manager.
I peed on my best friend's dad.
Yes, I remember that. What a savage, dude. You didn't even apologize, and you
He
made
didn't
him
want me
clean
to.
it up.
He was pumped. They bonded us for life. He's so thrilled about it. It's like his favorite story to tell people.
Well, good on you, dude. Shout out to Matt Fleck, dude.
Shout out to Matt Fleck. Thanks, Matt, for letting me pee on
I
your
was
back.
gonna say, you're Takashi 6ix9ine, dude. You just cultivated the ability to pee on someone. They're like, it's just Julian.
Yeah, no, just don't worry about it, man. It's that's a sad moment in my
What,
time.
Julian? Your star is rising.
How so?
You're on a podcast with your two idiot
Oh
friends.
yeah, dude, this is amazing. I'm crushing it.
If you were canceled, what do you think you would be canceled for? Sexual allegations, right? For show.
I mean, if I'm being honest, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if I think about my history,
Get the mic up closer to you.
I can hear myself, but I don't know what
just
I'm
a big
doing.
echo.
Yeah, when I think about my history with like girls and people that I have been with over the years, like
You've been with people besides girls?
I've just been with girls.
Okay.
But in thinking and considering all of the like relationships that I had and all of the experiences that I had with these girls, I've always been a respectful guy and like a nice, kind, caring, compassionate person. But I've also been so wasted that I've like woke up the next day being like, was I nice to you? Like, did we do? I don't know what we did, and I hope that everything was okay. And for the most part, or not even for the most part, always it's been like, yeah, it's fine. Like, it's great. You're good. I mean, it was awful, but like, you're good. You can go home now.
So-
and I would, but like, I imagine if I hit a level of fame that like,
Well, buckle up, buddy.
subjected me. Yeah, I know. I'm getting ready, dude. I've got my seatbelt fastened and I'm ready for fame. If I hit that level, I imagine that would be the reason that I would be subject to that type of thing. It would be like somebody comes out and like, Julian was awful to me, and maybe I was. I hope I wasn't, but like I always wonder sometimes, like, was I a bully in high school? Like I was kind of like a popular kid. I liked everybody, so I thought, and I was kind of got along and like had a really easy time going through high school. So I'm always kind of just like, if I go to my 20-year reunion in
6
5
months?
years, next tomorrow. And I see some kids that'll be like, hey, how's it going, dude? And they'll be like, oh man, like what a jerk you used to be. And I'd be so bummed because I just genuinely don't know. I hope that wasn't the case, and I don't think I was. I mean, Jamil was with me. Jamil went to high school with me, and we grew up since we were 2 years old. But I don't know. I just sometimes I get in my head about like if I was awful to certain people
Jamil, was
throughout the
Julian
course of my
ever
life.
was Julian ever a jerk?
Yeah.
No hesitation. To bring it back to your earlier part, for the most part, do you remember saying that?
Yeah.
And then you were like, no, just
Well, yeah, I was trying to save myself.
right. You tried to save yourself. So is the correct phrasing on that, Steve? If you could fact check me on this, instead of, for the most part, is it just for the part?
For the most part.
No. But if it's not for the most part, it's just all the time. It's just right. For the most part is like most of the time.
Sure.
Right. But if it's all the time, is it for the part?
I think it's just all the time.
Yeah, it's just a different term.
You guys, it's a fucking joke.
It sucked. Push-ups. You owe us 8.
My mom's gonna.
I was like, you're the one who came in hot, throwing
literally-
four checks about F-bombs, just screaming at us. Not
I'm
to
the
drop
only one who
F-bombs.
said 'em.
Your mom is going to be so peeved, dude.
My mom knows I say the F word.
I know, but she doesn't like it.
No, she doesn't.
Nobody likes it that we swear. We don't like that we swear.
I
We
do.
gotta
I
stop.
love a
You
good
know,
swear word, dude. I love it. And I'm not sure if this is if this happens to you guys, but when I'm meeting somebody for the first time and I want to like know if our friendship is going to take the next step, I drop the bomb. And
really? And
and if
see
they're
if they-
uncomfortable with the bomb, then I'm like, this ain't happening.
How do you? Let's play it. Let's role play it.
Okay.
No, not on phone call. Like
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
talking about like a cool person that you meet like after a show. It's just like,
I don't meet any cool people at shows.
Dude. Oh man,
Just kidding.
everybody
No,
that
everybody's
came to your
cool.
show. No, we're not editing that out. Everybody's pissed at you. You're canceled.
Oh man, well,
You just did it to yourself.
do you got any clippers, Steve?
Well, this was fun.
I don't think that you don't like anybody that comes to your show. You just have a different relationship with them because they're
I'm
so heightened.
completely
No, you're
kidding
not.
you. I
Don't
love
try to
everybody.
backtrack.
No, he goes up to them and he goes, "I'm fucking Al. How are you?" And then they're friends.
You're
Yep.
fucking Al.
It's what he says.
No. But seriously, I'm serious. When I meet a new person that I think potentially there's a budding friendship that's going to happen, I will intermittently drop bombs because if I sense some sort of uncomfort with the bomb, I'm like, there's no getting around that.
You know, that's really funny because when I met you, you told me that I swore too much and that
Yeah.
you were uncomfortable with my swearing.
Yeah, and then we didn't
And then
become friends.
I
ruined him.
corrupted you.
Yeah.
And now you just swear like a yin yang.
I'm pretty sure actually when I was in high school, my friend, my best buds, like tried to make me say the F word. They're like, just say it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna say it. Say it, and I couldn't, like, physically couldn't say it. The only thing that would come out was frick. Did you guys ever go through that phase where you're dropping the frick bombs?
No.
I just
Never?
went straight
No.
in.
You went straight in,
I
you
was
dove off
committed right away.
into the deep end.
Yeah, I didn't have any rules.
Dude,
didn't
I
care.
would say like, darn frick.
No.
So
No.
corny.
cheese and rice.
I didn't really curse too much when I was a kid. My parents just don't talk that way. They just don't really use those words, so I just didn't hear them too much until I got older and then had friends that ruined me.
Yeah, I was that guy for most of my friends.
You use the F word as like an in-between word.
I know.
Like if you're
it's-
thinking about something, you're like effing, then I went
Yeah.
down and effing.
It's awful.
This girl was like, for the most part, and I was like effing,
Yeah, I still do it, and it's awful. I don't think I've swore at all.
Not on
You're,
this-
You're
no.
the one that was like, you need to watch your
I
mouth.
know.
on this
I was
thing."
convinced that you were gonna be popping F.
You owe us
just like,
37 push-ups.
It's true.
Bro.
Al came in throwing haymakers, being like,
Yeah.
"Don't cuss.
Yeah.
Watch the F-bombs."
Alan also told me not to chest bump K-Logs when I was at the frickin' show that he was playing with, and guess what I did? Chest bumped K-Logs, and
you
he was
didn't.
pumped.
K-Logs
You
is Kenny
didn't-
Kenny
Hold
Loggins.
up,
Kenny
hold up.
Loggins is K-Logs for everyone that doesn't know.
You did not chest bump K-Logs.
Dude, if there's anybody who has ever told me to put the mustard on the sandwich, it's you. And now you're pulling my mustard off my sandwich, and it tastes bland. Okay.
It's only we were at Radio City.
Jeez.
No, wait. Where were we at? It wasn't Radio City Music Hall. It was
at the Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall. And I was doing a benefit show, not a benefit show, a tribute show to Aretha Franklin. Mm-hmm. And Kenny Loggins was there, your favorite singer-songwriter of
I just
all
love
time.
Danny's song. Honestly, don't know that much Kenny Loggins music.
Well, we've
besides
been
his
ripping
popular.
it this morning.
I know, it's been great. But those are all like the populars. I don't know his like catalog. Regardless, I just love Danny's song.
You don't
and I
know
love
my
Caleb.
catalog. You're my best friend.
I know Last to Speak catalog.
Name 2 songs off there.
Quit Calling and Shelter.
All right.
I've worked-
Those are the only 2 you know.
yeah.
I've been taking dirt naps all morning. Remember that one?
Yes. My
Me and
favorite
James
thing
used to play
about
with that one.
my favorite thing is when Jamil Saeed remixes my tunes.
I've been taking dirt naps.
I've been taking dirt naps.
What were the real lyrics? I've been taking pee
I've been
pics
looking-
all morning.
I've been looking for you
Yeah.
all morning. I've been trying to pick you all day. I've been trying to get you my day. I've been trying to mock you in my face. I've been trying to get you and my day. Everybody wants you. Everybody.
Yeah, that was a good song, man.
Called Running Game.
Red Rover.
Send your love right over.
I forgot what my point was.
I don't even know if we had a point.
Well, we were going somewhere.
Oh, so we're at Carnegie Hall, right?
Oh, yeah.
Steve, get this. Strap in. We're going to Mars. Julian goes, Alan. We're backstage. He leans over to me and he goes, Alan, do you think Kenny Loggins will give me a piggyback ride? I lost it. I couldn't handle it anymore. And I said, Julian, I swear to God, if you ask Kenny Loggins for a piggyback ride, I will get a tattoo of Zac Efron's abs on my back.
That made me want to do it that much more. You don't want you. I think you get. I've been so hammered at some of your shows, and I've made such a fool of myself that I think I've like scarred you for life. Where you're just like, dude, don't make me look like an idiot. And I think you have that. I think you have like trauma from me with you. So you are always kind of expecting me to make you look bad, or like I'm gonna swear, I'm gonna make myself look bad, or something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But dude, check me out. I haven't swore at all. I chest bumped with K-Logs, got a piggyback ride on the way back to the bus, and my life is awesome.
I'm telling you, your star is rising.
Yeah, I know. And I'm shooting.
First K-Logs, next Emil Hirsch.
Ooh, dude, I love Emil Hirsch.
I know you have a
Favorite
morbid
actor.
obsession with Emil Hirsch.
No morbid.
We were flipping through the old Fire TV. Shout out to Fire TV. Jeff Bezos, no big deal.
Gross. No big deal.
And Julian actually made me search Emil Hirsch.
He's great.
Not
I love that guy.
not like a title of one of his movies, just his name. And I didn't do it.
Well, don't you think it's better to look for a movie that has an actor in it, or look for a movie that has a specific director or a producer or a writer, rather than just being like, hey, dude, what do you want to watch tonight?
Oh, I totally
Go
agree
through
with you.
Netflix. No, wait. Go through Amazon. Actually, Hulu's better. Okay, wait, actually.
Okay,
you know what?
first of all, back up.
Voodoo.
Back
I don't even
up.
know what the platforms are anymore.
Hulu sucks.
I don't know. I watched something on
I
it recently.
hate that. They're showing commercials.
That you can get that without commercials.
No,
Hulu's-
I
Hulu-
pay $60 because I got the TV package with Hulu. You know, that's how I get my digital cable.
Oh, so you can like stream.
So I
live
can,
TV?
yeah, like I can go to ESPN, no big deal. ESPN, no big deal. Shout out to ESPN, no big deal. ESPN Española.
Do you watch that one?
So what
Sometimes.
you're saying is you're upset at a platform that you pay an exorbitant amount of money to have, and it's their fault.
No,
That's
that's
you
not
just
what I'm
said.
saying. I'm saying I pay an exorbitant amount of money to not have commercials, and they still have commercials.
Yeah, but you know that though.
And I hate it.
Well, dude, you're also like supporting like the little actors like me who are going to be in those commercials.
Yeah.
So like, you know, give it up for those guys. They're doing work.
You've never
Sometimes
been
you
in a
can-
commercial.
I've been in a couple commercials, dude.
What were they?
I was in a Taco Time commercial back in the day, and
Okay,
I was in a,
back up again, because we are driving here to the studio.
I know. I don't
and
eat it.
We drive
You asked
right
me.
past the Taco Time, and I go,
When was the last
Jules, verbatim, when's the last time you ate Taco Time?
And what did I say?
You said I've never had Taco Time.
No, I didn't.
Steve,
I wasn't there.
I
You
swear to
said
God.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there. I
I have it
definitely had
recorded
Taco
on my
Time.
dash cam. I'll download
I
it.
was just like a guy eating at a table. Like it was in the very, very, very beginning of me trying to act while I still lived in Seattle prior to moving to New York.
And it was a Taco Time, not a
It was
Taco
a
Bell.
Taco Time commercial. Then I did a.
What was the craft services? Was it only Taco Time, or did they have?
No,
like,
they didn't have any Taco Time. It was.
Didn't
I
have any
don't
Taco
remember. I
Time
can't
at the
remember.
Taco Time
Dude, I was so
commercial?
thrilled that there was just food on set, like craft
Yeah.
service. When you go onto a set and you realize that they just have tables filled with snacks and
Have you ever had
Cheeto
yogurt
puffs.
parfait?
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
it's great. Granola and blueberry mixtures down at the bottom.
Oh no, that's not what I'm thinking of. What's the like Jello stuff with
Pudding?
cream? It's got like cream
Like-
on the Jello.
Oh, that's
It's like-
weird. Tapioca.
It's not tapioca.
I know what
it's
you're
like,
talking about. I don't know.
It's
I
like
don't-
literally like red jiggly Jello,
With,
and then they
like, the-
cut it up and they put like it's like whipped cream or something. Anybody? Moving on.
It's just like Jello with Cool Whip.
No, I don't want
Right?
that.
Yeah, but it's called something. It's not called parfait. It's
So
called.
it's called Jello salad.
Okay. What? Okay. This one shooting over
look it up.
shooting over to the cockpit
up.
to Mr. Stephen J. Libby.
Yeah.
What constitutes a salad and what constitutes a casserole?
Casserole's heated up.
But you can get a hot salad.
No, you can't.
You can get hot stuff on top of a salad.
Yeah, dude, they're totally different. They're not. That's not even like you know the answer to that.
I don't know
What's
the
that
answer.
Really?
Yeah,
Creamy
because
lime-
you can
cream-
get
creamy lime Jello salad.
Creamy lime.
No, it's-
jelly.
It's right there. I'm looking at it.
Well, we
It's what they-
don't
it's
have a
what they-
monitor in
well,
the
look,
studio,
It's
so
what they
that-
bring over to the Griswolds.
Look, all I wanted to say from
Thank
the
you,
point
Jamil.
that I was making was that some of those commercials on Hulu are kind of good, and I get it. Commercials suck. Nobody wants to watch them. But,
Hate 'em.
you know, you're supporting young actors like myself who are doing those commercials, and sometimes they're kind of funny, and, you know, just try to appreciate them because you can't get past them. So just, you know,
You can get
Try
past
to
them.
ap-
You just have to pay more money.
You gotta pay more money. $60 a month is not
No,
enough money.
It's included in your cable package. You need to buy the service separately. It's like $10 a month.
damn, dude.
I do buy. I pay that. I pay for
No,
that too.
You only pay like $7 a month, dude. You got to pay like a little bit more to get the.
Yeah, because I don't have commercials.
Jam Lyle's coming in from
Dude, Jams has a
coming in
job.
from
He's
left
the only
field.
adult we
He's
know.
the only adult we really do know. It's so true. God, Jams.
Jams, will you braid my hair after this episode?
That's not a. I'll make you one of these Jello molds. How about that?
Sick. Nice. You should just shave your head.
I feel like I'm looking down, and is that happening?
No,
Steve.
No,
You can see
looking
my
good.
eyes
Yeah, it was nice actually with your microphone a little bit.
like this. More so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of echoey, but it's good.
How about that?
And then Julian's, it's kind of in Julian's face a little bit too much too, but
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better if you don't block your face.
All right, cool.
you have nice faces, boys.
Oh,
Thank you,
Steven. We're gonna buy you Red Robin later.
Oh, yeah, I told them.
Oh, dips.
Yeah. We were talking about that tonight. Whiskey River Chicken Burgs. Yeah.
What did I have? The Red
So
Robin
good.
burger with the egg on it. That's what I go with, dude.
Are you guys going to get a milkshake with a double extra tin of milkshake to go with the milkshake that you get?
So I just did this thing the other day called Viome.
What is it?
Oh my God! Did I tell you about this, Steve?
No.
Okay, so I did this. Taz. So our friend, well, your brother came over last week. Brought this really lovely girl named Anne. She told Taz about this thing. Essentially, you take a stool sample and you send it into this company. They examine it and they go, "These are the things that you need to stay away from." And first and foremost, have you ever taken your own stool sample before?
Not once.
No.
Let me tell you how many terrible dreams you're gonna have after that. They have this like piece of paper that you put over the bowl, so that like you know that old trick where you put Saran wrap over the bowl and you put the seat down so people poop on themselves.
Yes.
Now I do.
So you do this to yourself intentionally, so that you can take this little scooper and get some of your poo, put it in this vial, and ship it off to this company. And they're gonna tell me what I can't eat, and I'm pretty positive that milk is gonna like dairy's one of those things that's no for
Well,
AA.
well,
Yeah.
let's unpack that for a second. Why would you be doing that to begin with? Because you wanted to go to McDonald's earlier, and I was like, dude, that's crazy. And you were like, no, it's not. It's great. It's delicious. I'm gonna get a number 9 with 2 cheeseburgers and a fry. And you were like, you were giving me shit for not wanting to go to McDonald's.
You can say shit. Shit's not a swear word.
I think it is.
I think it is too.
I indulge in some dons every so often, meaning probably once a month, every other month, on a leap year.
I doubt it.
I mean, specifically after like
I guess
starting to be in this space, the only restaurant in the town that this is close to, excuse me, is Don's.
That's absolutely not true.
If you rip through that thing you rip through that thing about 9 in the morning, you get yourself an egg McMuffin. Come on, son.
No.
No, what do you? Don's has a good breakfast. Back me up on this, Steve.
McDonald's has a good breakfast.
That's 2 against you.
What do you think, James?
Fuck no.
Hell no.
What?
See? Exactly. 2 against 2.
Jameel,
And you're the one taking stool samples to figure out what your belly is doing. So, like, I think I'm.
I mean,
the one that's
honestly,
on
my
track.
wife kind of like forced me to. She went online.
Well, it's
and
probably
bought-
a good thing.
It's a good thing. So yeah, this resets your like gut flora, right? That's the point. It tells you what to avoid for a couple months, and then basically it's like 2 months to 6 months, and you reset your gut fauna or flora or whatever it's called, to where your body can eventually absorb it again, or at least test it out.
Yeah, I had-
Which
I
I
think
think
I
is
had-
a good thing. I mean, I am interested in doing that myself.
Let's do it. It's
Yeah,
called
Felicity's Jams' wife is doing that right now.
Yeah, it's called Viome. I had a lot of antibiotics. I've gone through a lot of antibiotics, And apparently that really messes up your gut.
Like in your life, you've gone through a lot of antibiotics?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, especially since being an adult, I pretty
Why?
much take a round of antibiotics every tour.
What? Would you be from being sick prior and getting
No,
them?
from being sick on the road and being like, I gotta not be sick.
Right.
And so antibiotics mess with your system.
That's what I've heard, right? Is that?
Yeah.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I usually will go through a Z-Pack on the road. I mean, pretty
Yeah.
much every
Yeah.
time I'm on the road.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with your diet then.
Well, the thing is with the
Well, no, it does. I mean, I'm sure there's food. I'm definitely sensitive to dairy, but I love dairy.
You used to drink a gallon of milk every single night when we lived together. Like
Yeah.
growing up, you just would, and it was like thick milk.
Yeah,
Like
whole
just-
milk,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, whole milk.
thick milk.
I mean, I just say that because I grew up on skim. My mom used to buy skim milk, so like that was what I had. I just ate like I didn't know the difference really.
It's
so
just
when
water.
So when
it's
I
just
started
colored
living,
water,
Yeah,
cloudy water.
Your mother
well,
was a jerk.
right? I know. Well, I just it's like, what,
Sorry, Peggy.
yeah. It was honestly like I still drink it now. If I'm gonna, I don't drink milk.
Skim?
That's disgusting.
I just I'll get like
Ay.
no more than 1%.
Ay.
I don't know how, but
Bro,
like,
what
you
you-
used to just like you used to wake up at 4:00 in the morning and be like, I need something to drink, and you'd pour yourself like a liter of milk and just slam it.
Big cups, dude.
Just
We
like,
had these big old,
yikes.
blue cups that we got from I think it was Walmart. You remember them things that we
Yeah,
had in our apartment, bro?
big
Like
plastics.
this tall, no
used to-
joke, and this big around, and we would fill them with Carlo Rossi
Yeah.
and see who could drink them the fastest.
Yeah, and then you'd go through. It would be like sitting on the table, and there would be like an inch of Carlo Rossi still in from the night before, and you just dump milk in it and chug that at the end of the night. It's so gross, man.
Yeah, it was.
But-
That probably messed up my belly too. I remember one time drinking so much Carlo Rossi that I puked up bile in the morning.
Oh yeah, it was
Like
bad.
literal glow in the dark Ghostbusters gack
Well,
looking stuff.
What was so crazy was that we would just get a whole because they came in gallons.
Yeah.
Like they come in they're like $9.99, and you just take them, and they're so heavy that you actually have to like hold it across you, and we'd like drink them like
Yeah,
out
over
the
the
side,
shoulder.
over the shoulder, and we'd go through the whole thing. Each one of us would have our own. And that's so much alcohol, man, and so much sugar, and like we like the chapped lips,
Chablis.
Chablis. We called it chapped lips because we didn't know how to be cultured.
That was the only one I could stomach, but I can't have white wine anymore.
No.
No, just the smell of it makes me.
Do you like drinking?
I enjoy drinking.
Uh-huh.
Yep, but I shouldn't do it as much. It makes me anxious when I do it.
Yeah. What do you know? What's that? What is the anxious feeling that you get? Because today we were on a run and you were having like a little bit of an anxiety moment, and I
Yeah.
didn't know what that felt like. I wanted to know, and you wouldn't really like.
What I think it is that my body is hungover, and my mind naturally takes a feeling and places it on. Like my body's just feeling shitty, and I think my mind places. I think my mind displaces that uncomfort instead of my mind going, oh God, I feel hungover. My mind goes, I'm about to get hit by a car and I'm pushing my son. When we were running, I was like so convinced that some turd was gonna swerve and hit me and Rudy. And I was like, I think I'm having a panic attack. But I can talk myself down from the ledge because I'm enlightened.
I don't know about that, man.
Hey, he's done a TED Talk.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. Yeah, man. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, well, you need to take a good look at yourself.
WEY self. Yeah, I was just interested because it was fascinating.
W-E-Y.
You.
Way.
Yeah, way.
You were self.
Yourself. Well, yeah, man. I mean, that's you gotta start with the Carlo Rossi and get yourself to the edge of the limits, and then fall down hard and get yourself back up again, and realize that I don't know what my point was.
Yeah, exactly. The trending
Shit,
one.
son, you should write a book.
The
I
trending
know.
one for me at that age was the Mad Dog 2020s.
I don't even think, Alan, were you even around for that? Were you even drinking at that point in your life?
I didn't start drinking until I think the first time I ever drank was in Spokane. I had graduated high school. I was in I think I was going to Spokane Falls Community College. Shout out Spokane Falls, the Bigfoots. That's their mascot. You know what a mascot is?
I was one once.
and I got lit at my buddy AJ's house, his apartment, on Mike's Hard Lemonade. And I remember
Those are delicious.
I remember stripping down to my underwear and running down the hallway. I think I was yodeling.
Yep. That's pretty on brand for you.
Yeah, and then I woke up the next morning and I was like, I was sick. Let's do more of that. That was fun.
How old were you again?
I think I was probably 20. So that was illegal.
And you weren't about that.
I wasn't about that, being illegal, doing illegal stuff at the time. And also, you know, I was like I was raised with different standards than you were raised with, Julian.
Totally.
And so that was very off-putting to get drunk on alcohol. And
But you loved it.
I loved it. I had a blast. I had such a
drunk on alcohol.
Yeah.
I had such a good time. I was like, what is all this fuss about?
Yeah, it's a blast.
It was a blast. But then, so continue with your question.
I forgot what my point was. No, I was just like interested in your relationship with alcohol, and it was just like how it like, because you started like much later than I did, and now you still have kind of like this interesting relationship with it, whereas I like can't have it at all because I just like don't know how to. I do, but I just don't choose to. So
Yeah,
it's interesting.
You don't choose to anymore. No, I definitely get anxious. Like, my best version of myself is when I'm not drinking.
And you know that going into drinking.
Yep.
But it's just like,
You know what it is?
speaking to me.
You know what it is that I think that I really, when I started drinking was when I found like my best friends. And I'd never had friends like that growing up. Like, I had buddies growing up, but I never had like a gang, like a bunch of guys that were like brothers. And I met that crew of people right at the same time where I started drinking. And so there's like this camaraderie thing with drinking for me that I really love. And when I'm not drinking, I miss it. Meaning, like, at 5 p.m. after I did all my duties, I'm going to pour a cold one, and I'm going to pour my friend a cold one, and we're going to go chips and salsa and drink it up.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, and also I love getting lit too a little bit. I like that, but excuse me. But yeah, the best version of myself for sure, without question, is when I'm off the sauce. And I've done it twice now. So the beginning of this year, I was off the sauce from January to March. And then prior to that, I was off for like 6 or 7 months before my wedding. And those were the two, that's when I felt the best. And my anxiety goes away. I'm kinder. I'm patient. I'm more patient.
Yeah.
But God, it was boring.
Yeah, that's what you said. You know, what's crazy, though, is for both you and Steve, is that I don't think I know people. And I used to consider myself, you know, a fish when it came to drinking. Like, I felt like I could kind of drink forever. And I would obviously be drunk and noticeably drunk, but I, like, wouldn't stop.
You got to get close to that mic, player.
I wouldn't go to bed. I wouldn't, like, fall asleep. I wouldn't pass. Maybe sometimes I would, I'm sure. But you two, like, and it was crazy too because like you just started drinking and then all of a sudden you were like going on tours and you were hanging out like just chugging booze and it was like, this is amazing. You like, and you didn't seem to be any different. Always straight laced, like like I'm good. I'm hanging out. I'm talking. I'm charming crowds of people. This is awesome.
I've never been on stage drunk.
I know you've never been on stage drunk, but like after shows, you've been able to just like handle yourself. And I was like, God, man, how does he drink that much and then go back the next day and do it again? Steve, at the same time, I've never seen a man actually take as much alcohol in one sitting as I poured him as a bartender one time in my life. Steve, you remember that period of time when you drank all the blue drinks?
Yeah, the Blutos.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, dude, that was in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys came in and I bartended for you, and I gave you 9
Was that at
pint glasses.
Was that at a TGI Fridays?
No, it was. I was working at this bar called Latitude. Remember, it was like all like the levels up.
That's such a stupid name.
It was such a stupid bar. I got fired from that bar because I got so drunk at a holiday party and ripped my shirt off in front of a group of Asian men who were like having this like holiday party for their thing. It was
so
only
it wasn't
like,
even your holiday party?
no, I was bartending for it. And there was like I was like up in the very top deck of the place, and
Yeah.
it was like a pretty small like private room, and there was like 20 Asian men
Yeah.
that were having like some type of holiday party for their company.
Do you remember their names?
Josiah and Lance. No, I don't remember their names. And I don't remember anything really besides the fact that I like got out on the couch, ripped my shirt off, and was like thrown around my head, and then passed out. And remember being carried down the stairs by the bouncer and the owner of the bar. And I was just like screaming at him, and man, I had a girlfriend at the time who just hated me. The bouncer had to pay the bouncer to get in a cab to take me home, and then pay for him to come back to work. And she didn't have any money. It was awful, man. It was horrible. But that was the bar that Steve came to. And
Talk
Yeah.
about talk about what happened the next day when you went back.
Yeah, what
What
happened?
did happen the next day when I went back?
You went back to
You
work the
didn't
next
know
day.
what happened.
Oh
You
yeah.
didn't remember.
Oh yeah. Were you with me, James?
No.
I went back to that place because I think I had a shift, and I was just like, and I had no recollection of what I had done.
Right.
And so I was just like all chipper and like ready for my shift, ready to go. And the owner was just like sitting there shaking his head at me like, dude, like you are not ever welcome back here again. Like, don't show your face ever.
Oh
Like
man.
you're fired if you didn't get that. I was like, oh, and then I had
my bad.
I had the audacity to be like, come on, man, like, we can work this out. He was like, no, dude. I used to say that all the time. I've been fired from so many bar jobs, and I always remember just being like, come on,
man.
come on. They're like, you're fired, Julian. It's like, this is gonna be okay. We can, come on. And they're like, dude, you're
I remember
done.
coming into Jams. You were present for this. We were in New York. I had a show. I'm not sure where the show was at, but coming into a bar, and Jams and Fell, and these are for anybody listening. These are some of our best friends. Are sitting around a table with, I forget who else was there. And where's Julian? Right, you guys came to visit Julian and to see the show too. We had sort of planned that accordingly. But where's Julian should be here? Where is he? I kind of turn to the left. Julian's up at the bar, and it kind of hunched over a little bit. And I come up to Julian, and he turns. Verbatim, I go, good God, what happened to your face? Big old goose knuckle right on the side of your dome. And Jamil goes, he tried to freestyle with some guy on the subway and got knocked out.
Yeah, I think this. Hold on. I'll pull it up.
Oh man.
I go, oh my God, I wave the bartender over. Can we get a bag of ice for my friend here? He's like, I think he's concussed. And so she, bless her heart, she gets a nice bag of ice and gives it to Julian. Julian takes it and puts the ice on the opposite side of his head.
I remember that side was the one that hurt, which was what was weird, but I also didn't know what I was doing.
I'm wondering if you got punched on this side of your head, but then fell to the ground.
No,
and
it was
hit this
like,
side.
where the goose knuckle was where I was obviously punched.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know, man. That was so crazy. I always used to feel like I could kind of just do anything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like you.
With no
if-
repercussion.
When you live that with that kind of like energy.
Yep.
Eventually you're going to get knocked out and like thrown down on the ground. And I literally lived my life that way until I did.
Yeah, I was baffled at how little you did get knocked out.
For sure.
Like when you were boozing, which you don't drink anymore, thank God. I remember I would remember going out with you, and then like you would start revving that engine.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I gotta get out.
here
I don't
it
want to. I
comes.
want to get out of here
Yeah.
because you're gonna go, and you're a very social person. Period. But when you were drinking, you thought everybody was your friend.
Yeah.
And
At the bar.
and nobody was. Nobody would. Can you throw it up on the old digi screen and show the people Julian's?
Yikes.
How blacked out Julian was.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, you know, the most ironic thing about all of it is that it was never about the booze for me as much as it was about like getting
Next
the
day.
attention that
That's
I
the
wanted
next
to
day.
get from the people that I was like trying,
poor
like
buddy.
expecting myself to try and like befriend. So I thought that I needed to get that drunk in order to like make everybody like me and be like the guy that
Make you
everybody
roar.
thought was like the wildest guy in the room.
Right.
And the awful part about it is that a lot of people would kind of perpetuate that because they'd be like, "You're crazy. We love this. You're making us look good. by
Rip your
being-"
shirt off.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, they're just like everybody wants to have an idiot friend around them to make themselves feel good and look better.
That's why you're on this podcast.
Yeah, I know.
That is not true.
I'm kidding.
Redacted.
Don't talk to me about what makes me sad, Alan.
Continue on that train of thought.
It's just interesting because I realized that it was never about the actual substance of alcohol that I had an addiction to as much as it was to like giving these people an impression of me that I wanted them to have, which like you're saying, to your point, it was like I wound up getting knocked out, and I just didn't realize because I would get so drunk that I wouldn't have any say over what I was doing anymore. I was just going full steam ahead and just being as wild as I could, and I wouldn't have any memory of any of these things. And it honestly took getting knocked out to kind of, put some sense into me.
I remember one time we were in our living room at the Nickel Creek Apartments, and we had both polished off a good half tank of Chap Lips, and you put me in between your legs like this, my abdomen, and then you squeezed, and your legs are absurdly strong.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna die. I was seeing stars.
Yeah.
And I didn't think you were gonna let go, and so I bit you,
I think I remember that a little bit.
and it worked.
Yeah.
So anybody listening to this podcast, if you get stuck in between a life or death situation in between Julian's kneecaps,
My thighs, my thunder thighs.
Thunder Quads over
Yeah.
here, that's the name of that's your DJ name, Thunder Quads.
Thunderquad, DJ Thunderquads.
So about baseball,
I don't know anything about it besides watching The Sandlot.
yeah, dude, PF Flyers.
You have some.
I do. I have a couple pairs, but you look like you are wearing the Benny the Jet PF Flyers. Steve, who was your favorite character in The Sandlot?
Squints Palladino.
Yeah, Squints was tight. I liked Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Palladino or Palladorus?
Palladorus.
Squints Palladorus.
Squints Palladorus.
I like Palladino better.
Who am I? Check me. Wendy Peppercorn.
Oiling.
Squints.
Lotioning.
Was I Squints?
You were Squints.
You got it.
Oiling.
Nailed
Ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding.
Lotioning.
You get a free
Can't
empty
help this
Runa.
anymore. I wonder what Wendy Peppercorn's doing nowadays.
Probably got a mess of kids. If she's still living in LA, she is on several antidepressants.
Sedatives. Come on, man.
Oh,
Maybe she's
without
great.
question. No,
Why?
dude.
Why? What is your
because she
assumption?
was massive babe town back
Yeah.
for one movie and then never had another part in a movie. I'm sorry. Listen, Wendy Peppercorn. If for some random reason you happen to see this, I love you, baby. I got nothing
love
against
you.
you.
I
Okay?
love you, baby.
But I'm just, I'm spitballing.
Well, I'd like to give her the benefit of the doubt and say she's doing just fine.
Not a you can look this up too and put it on the old Teletron. Not a strong swimmer. They actually had to get a body double. I swear to God, it says I watched the behind the making.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the making, they had to get somebody else to swim
They just needed
do her
'cause she was
stunt?
so
to
beautiful.
do her swimming stunt.
Interesting. Marley Shelton.
What's her name? That's
How old is she now?
She is 46.
So show me a pic.
I'd love to see Wendy
looking good.
Peppercorn. Is she?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, of course.
Town.
You know who's
She's
really
killing it.
beautiful?
Way to go,
And I don't
Wendy.
mean to like stay on this whole topic. But
I don't really
Ice.
enjoy having to continue to tell you that you need to be near the mic.
I'm near it, dude.
Okay, there we go.
Icebox from Little Giants.
Babe Town.
Oh God, I would love to meet her and just be her boyfriend.
Yeah. Once again, your star is rising, and I think it's possible.
Should I manifest that right
You
now?
should. You should
Manifest it.
manifest.
Icebox, please.
Icebox.
Have your agent get a hold of Daewon Sawa.
Yeah, dude. Daewon Sawa needs to. We need to make a movie together. That Daewon. We should get him on this podcast.
Daewon Song.
He's probably pretty free.
Devin Sawa.
Who's that?
He's the quarterback in Little Giants. Do you remember Little Giants?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the skateboarder Daewon Song,
Nope.
like the greatest skateboarder of all time.
Were you able to watch the Little Giants?
Little Giants. Yes, my favorite part is when the kid can blow
Yeah,
the
the bubble.
the snot
Yeah.
booger
Cool.
bubble.
Yeah.
The booger bubble,
great.
and then somebody pops it. I forget who that was. My mom said that the pads you gave me weren't adequate. That's the best part. In the,
So good,
he
yeah,
shows up wrapped in a
kid's
Serta
the
mattress.
Kid's so good.
So good.
Yeah.
What happened to him? Pull him up, dude. See what he's up to. Unfortunately, Goldberg though, but smoking meth.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
got
I think
bumped.
he's 9 months. 9 months sober. Last I saw.
How do you know that? Where are you reading your sources? Like, where do you
on
get this
The
information?
news.
The news talks about Goldberg.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got arrested
look
like
at this
6
guy.
times for smoking meth.
Really?
He's super skinny. He doesn't have any teeth.
Yeah.
He got arrested for trying to break into somebody's tool shed.
I think you're. I thought that was. I saw
No, we're
a
going
thing
to the-
about Marcus.
We're cutting into it right now.
Yeah. Oh. But he's doing better. He's doing better. I saw a picture of him at a Denny's, and he was looking better. I don't know who he was with, but
I hope he's doing better, man. I like that guy a lot.
yeah, he was sweet.
That's
He
always
was
so
a sweetheart.
sad.
I bet if it was a cheeseburger, you could catch it. Remember that one? Zinger.
Oh, man, he was best in heavyweights.
Oh yeah. What was the blonde or the red-haired curly haired guy?
Donkey lips.
What? No. Anybody? Come on. He was in heavyweights, and he was also in Sandlot. Curly red-haired kid.
He wasn't in heavyweights. You're thinking of
Strange Wilderness.
no,
Zach Braff.
definitely not.
Dude. Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Back
What
to
was the point?
baseball.
Yeah.
Big Green.
Yeah,
Oh, the Big Green, that's right. Yeah.
Steve
Yeah, the ham.
Gutenberger,
Yeah, he was the ham.
The great Hambino.
the great Hambino.
Bambino.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between getting hit by Jimmy Graham full stunt or get hit by Randy Johnson fastball in his prime, what would you choose, Jules? You're not going to die by either of them or get seriously injured. You're just going to be hurting.
I would take Jimmy Graham.
Oh, bad choice.
I'd take Jimmy Graham too.
Yeah.
Bad
I could
choice.
throw my weight into Jimmy Graham.
Dude, Randy Johnson pitches at like 106 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
No thanks. I'm like
So
pretty big.
hold on,
I'm
hold
pretty
on,
big.
hold on,
and
hold on, hold on. You would prefer
Yes, a baseball
you would
going
prefer
fast. Yes.
to
I
get
just said it.
all of your body in pain versus just one little circle of.
Well, is he getting me on the shoulder? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
I don't know. He's just going to hit you somewhere.
Well, okay. So like,
But
is
Jimmy
so
Graham's
you're-
going to hit you everywhere.
You're asking a different question now then.
No, I'm not.
So
I'm saying get hit
I'm
by
assuming it's going to be the worst case scenario for either. So like Jimmy Graham's going to hit me or Randy Johnson's going to hit me right in the solar plexus.
Where would be your least favorite place
There.
to get hit by a baseball?
Sternum.
Yeah, mine would be the tailbone.
Ooh.
Like right at the
I mean, let's be honest.
top of
your face.
Yeah,
your
the
crack.
temple.
No. I'm saying besides the face. Obviously,
Okay,
like
yeah,
this
Like
is
your throat.
Oh God.
Oh my god, I was a catcher in high school, and I got hit in the throat underneath the mask.
Yeah.
Guy foul tipped it, bounced up right in my
Oh,
throat.
brutal.
My old granny's apple.
Wow.
I got whacked in the face playing catcher because it was a ball in the dirt and the guy was going to steal second, and I just like jumped at the ball to grab it, right,
Yeah.
to try to get the dude out at second, and
Right.
the guy swung at the ball. Playing cricket.
Yeah.
Side of the head. Luckily, I had the mask and the helmet on, but I mean, I was out.
Oh, he rang your doorbell.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Oh my god.
It wasn't good.
I would not all the time, but a good amount of the time, I would say mean stuff to all the people batting.
Oh, really? You were
Yeah.
a trash talker?
I would, but I was like a pretty good like Protestant, so it was like you're a frickin' loser.
Yeah. You were just like giving them all. Hey, can I actually, Steve? Could you pass me a Red Bull as well,
You're
please?
basically like the guy.
Thanks,
in
man.
Happy Gilmore calling everybody a jackass.
Hey, let me divert this question into something new, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you interested? I'm just interested in like what our like what you're excited about doing this podcast and about like what we hope to kind of get out of it and what we're trying to do. So just as a dialogue between ourselves.
Thank you,
Where
Steven.
we want to go because obviously this is a blast. Thanks, Steve.
I think what
And it's fun. It's super fun, and we're just kind of ranting and having chats that are super open. and
are
that's
you
great.
only asking that question because you want to answer it, or are you really?
No. I'm just genuinely wondering.
I'm excited about sitting down with two of my favorite people in the world, and just having uninterrupted conversation.
Thanks, bro.
You were one. I was excluding Julian. I was talking about you.
Yeah, he wasn't talking about me, dude.
You know, because I'm a naturally distracted person. I think I have a little bit of ADHD. Like I think God just sort of sprinkled that on. Like he sort of.
You definitely have ADHD.
I'm out.
I'm just saying, dude. You got it bad.
I don't think you have ADHD at all.
Thank you.
For
Steven.
real?
No, because he's on a task. He's on it, and he can multi a little bit. He's just anxiously curious, and he likes to tinker.
Oh, I'm a Tinker Bell.
Yeah,
Call me that.
I mean, you definitely are focused, but you definitely take on a lot of tasks at the same time and are kind of all over the place with everything. You get shit done, but you do a lot of things and overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe that's not ADHD. Maybe you're just a freaking idiot.
Potentially, but yeah, I think that's what I'm most excited about is taking the time to break bread and chat with whoever. I would hope that this podcast moves in every single direction, from guests to other friends to just. I'm just excited to have fun with something other than music.
Why? What, can you just talk about that for a second? Like,
Well,
why,
I'm interested in a lot more things other than John Bon Jovi.
Sure, but are you like at a point in your life where you feel like this is almost a good segue from music for you because your relationship with music is at a place that's somewhere in your brain?
I don't think that I have a necessarily bad. No, I got a great relationship with music. I love music. I love playing music, but I'm interested in so many more things. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not a musicologist, you know, like I'm not obsessed with music. I love singing and I love the opportunities and experiences that music has brought me, mm-hmm. but I'm not the kind of musician who would buy Muddy Waters overalls at an auction and hang them up in my basement. Mm-hmm. I might buy Kirby Puckett's overalls and throw them in my basement because that mofo almost hit 5,000 hits in one season. Okay, Steven?
Do you feel like if you didn't have, and I'll get back around to you too, Steve, but do you feel like if you had, if you didn't have your singing voice,
Yeah.
then you would be doing something similar to this? Like, who would you be if you didn't have your singing voice? What do you think?
Oh, man. I'd probably be doing real estate.
Yeah?
Straight up.
Is that or, I mean, you still seem to be, like, creatively stimulated by a lot of different, like, artistic endeavors. This is one of them, and as well as the Live at the Lodge thing, which is obviously music-based, but if you couldn't sing, and
Yeah.
that got stripped away from you,
Yeah.
would you like yourself?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know what I'd be doing if I couldn't sing.
It's like so much of your identity, right?
Oh yeah.
Or is it? Do you wish that it wasn't sometimes?
No. I love being a musician. I love singing. I love making people happy. I think that music and being a musician, sometimes I get caught up. Sometimes, a good majority of the time, I get caught up in. I lean too much on the business side of music, where
Right.
I'm focused on the numbers and the ticket sales and the album sales and, like just the number. And I think you kind of have to have your foot in that world in order to just be a successful artist. But I forget how much therapy music brings to people. Because I've been in the music world for so long, I don't see it like every human being does, right? Because I've seen behind the curtain. Mm-hmm. But I think people are genuinely brought to joy with music, and more specifically live music. I think that really brings people proper joy. Like the joy that I feel when I get to sing and play and be in front of people and do a song that I am just stoked about must be magnified by tenfold for other people. Because I know how I felt when I got the Weezer album, the Blue album. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, I was so amped. When I had I forget which one, I think it was Californication, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Me and my buddy Tristan would rock that in my room at night. Oh, dude, blaring it, playing air guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt like such a stud. I was like, ain't nobody don't send me home. Yeah.
That's not Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh.
Oops. Well, it sounds like you enjoy the joy that it brings to the people that you're doing it for, and I'm curious about the joy that it actually brings to you specifically, and just curious about what it would do to you if you didn't have your voice, and who you would be, and what you would still represent as a person, and would we still be doing this if you didn't have a singing voice? And
yeah, I don't know. I think you would just be subjectively fortune telling if I went into anything. I would hope that I'd still be doing something creative, but I like working with wood. That might be where I went.
yeah,
I got into wood shop as a youngster and built a bunch of coffee tables, and I really enjoyed that work. I like working things out in my head and then figuring them out with my hands. But I also throw a nasty slider, dude. So,
Do you?
Oh man, dude,
I doubt it.
you ain't gonna hit it.
You can't throw shit.
Ring that bell.
Well, that's awesome, and I think it's a cool podcast idea, and I think this whole situation you have going on is awesome, man. So good job. You still have your singing voice, so you don't have to worry unless you get bronchitis and you can't sing for the rest of your life. But that would be an interesting experiment to see what would happen if you couldn't sing. Not because I hope that on you.
Just
by any means.
intentionally get bronchitis.
No, I'm just like, it's just interesting to think about, like, who are you if not for the thing that defines you, you know?
That seems like such an abstract question because I think we are completely wrapped up in what we are.
But your thing, the thing that defines you, is like such a subjective thing. It's a voice.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would prefer to be defined as like a good father,
Of course.
and a good husband,
Right, so
and
that's
a
what
good
I'm-
son, and a semi-good friend.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care about you, but Steve, I really care about his opinion of me.
Yeah.
I love you,
I'm,
buddy.
I'm kidding. I love both you guys with all my heart. I would prefer to be defined as those things rather than a singer.
Yeah.
I would hope that, you know, when people talk about me in a room, they would talk highly of me, but not because can sing a high C over a flat 5D.
I don't know what that meant.
And
Over
neither do
my
I.
head.
I don't know what any of those numbers mean.
But I think that conversation is the conversation, is that it's like you're perceived in two totally different worlds, where I'm only perceived by like 7 people.
That's not true.
But no, it is.
You have
I'm not- okay,
35
not about-
followers on the gram, dog.
Okay, not 7 or 35, but I mean just the persona of, or people's perception of you is different than Jamil's perception of you.
I would hope. Yeah, I would hope. Well, I would hope that they're both the same.
They're not.
I know they're not. But what I'm saying is, like, I would love
this man a
to.
mic.
I would love to exist. And maybe this is a great shadow that's cast of doing a podcast, of doing more like unscripted media. I guess is, as a musician, you put out like a very filtered body of songs, which is like, how well do you know Britney Spears? This is my crop top that I'm wearing, and my favorite movie is Frozen. Like, you don't know Britney Spears at all, really. You know, even though she's been famous since she was 16, the poor girl.
Right.
You don't actually, I don't think, know her. And I would hope that anybody who gives 2 shits about my music would feel like they could have a beer with me and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And not just like enjoy it like, oh, dude, I totally got this like really crazy download from Alan Stone. Like, he was talking about like when the stars and the chakras come into like overlapping scenarios, then like all of the worlds collide in this meaningless drum circle, and everybody's on the force fields. Like, I would. That went deep. I was trying to make you laugh, and I didn't even come close. I was like, "There's gonna be some. I'm gonna keep chucking rocks until I hit something."
I was also just kind of thinking of a thought while you were saying that, and I think that like the extension of what you're doing into this podcast is so special because it actually gives people the ability to create a relationship with you. The podcast that I listen to, I don't know Mark Maron, but
Right.
I know Mark Maron.
Right, you feel like
I have
you know
a
him.
friendship with him. Like
Right.
I've changed my life because of certain things that he's said and done and made me feel, because I've resonated so hard with the things that he said.
Yeah.
He has no clue who I am. And
I don't know.
I mean, I am a Star Rising dude, so I think he probably might
Star
be checking
Rising.
me out on
He seems like the kind of
IMDb.
guy who'd watch Starleaf.
Yeah, I'd probably. Mark Maron, check out Starleaf, dude. I am fresh in that movie, dude.
Shout out to Mark.
If you buy the movie, it comes with joint papers as well with my face on them, so that's a plus.
What if it came with divorce papers? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, it should. No, but I think like, you know, if there's anything that I'm excited about, it's really just like kind of giving people like an inside look into who we are as people, so they can be friends with us who couldn't otherwise be friends with us. I want to be friends with everybody in the entire world, and I know that everybody else doesn't feel that same way.
Harvey Weinstein?
No.
That's he's
No.
part of the still on the earth.
I mean, like, I don't want to, like, I don't know. No. Yeah, no. Of course not.
Steve, shooting a question over your way. How long you think Ghislaine Maxwell stays alive?
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Is she Epstein's
yeah,
partner?
yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
procurer,
The
the sidekick procurer of young women.
Yep.
I don't think she can die.
You don't think she can die? You think she's...
Don't
be
be
a
too
su-
suspicious. The conspiracy will come full circle.
Dude, so
might be
who do you
right.
think killed Epstein? Because I think it was the Clintons.
Could have been.
Killed himself, didn't he?
No, I mean,
No.
I'm not a conspiracy theory guy.
You not?
No,
You think he killed himself?
probably.
There's no way.
I think he was killed.
There's definitely killed. Well, I can't.
Definitely?
When I speak in absolutes because I'm an idiot, but
Yeah.
I think for sure that he was killed.
Well, correct me, because I thought he was. I thought he hung himself.
The coroner that was on the case concluded it a suicide. The guards were asleep randomly.
And the one camera didn't work.
And the one camera just randomly didn't work at this specific time. And he had breaks in his neck that the coroner on the Epstein Files, or whatever that show was on Netflix, said that this break in this specific part of your neck is impossible to break via hanging. Meaning the force that had to happen for him to die and to get choked out was a stronger force than that which would have happened from his body weight.
I mean, dude, one way or another, he was gonna kill himself, or he was gonna get killed. So like, what
Not
difference does it really
necessarily.
make? His life sucked.
I mean, he got off scot-free in Florida with like 12 counts of procuring an underage child for sex. He got off with nothing more than like a slap on the wrist. I would imagine that Jeffrey Epstein thought he was untouchable. And so why not go through court and go through the legal system, specifically in New York City, where he owned a $70 million penthouse, and roll the dice, dude? Come on, bro.
I mean, honestly,
He's got Clinton.
Honestly, I don't know enough to even speculate on this Epstein son of a bitch.
Neither
but,
do I.
And neither do you.
Neither do I.
This conversation sucks. I hate that guy, and he's dead. So it is what it is, right?
Right, but we started with Ghislaine. You think she's gonna make it to trial?
I mean, it's again, my speculation means absolutely nothing because I don't know anything about her. But
So
I bet
2 weeks ago, the judge in the in the Epstein case that was set to release the transcripts, her son and her husband and son were both murdered in broad daylight. Gunman came to their house, shot them both, and then, air quotes, killed himself. That's kind of a weird coincidence too, right? So, Dead Space.
Steve, you and me don't say anything. Just let Alan keep going here.
No, dude. I was just trying to stir up some conversation.
I know.
You know what we didn't do? What is going on? What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Make sure that's on next time.
I blame
Idiot.
Jamil.
You can do it
It looks
too.
better off, honestly.
How long have we been talking? Just for reference.
Yeah.
We have been talking for an hour and 37 minutes, and we've said about 5 minutes of good content.
I know. I wonder how we're gonna edit this down.
We're not, dude. We're
Good.
going full steam ahead, bro.
Full steam ahead. I'm 4
This
Red
will
Bulls
never
deep.
see the world.
So, I think we should end it.
Well, we can end it. Yeah, just I still wanted to ask Steve kind of what his thoughts were on his.
Oh yeah, what are you
excitement
looking
about
forward to, Steve?
about
Are you
all this.
excited at all? Or are you just dreading having to talk to us once a week?
No, I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to this. I think it's a new adventure for all of us, and it seems like it's going to be a good time. And again, I don't put that much expectation on myself to where I'm going to get nervous or weird about anything.
Yep, good on you. I try not to as well. That's why I did my best in not trying to plan this whole thing out, because I feel like I'm hoping that if we do enough of these, we'll find a really cool rhythm between the three of us that might lead to some really inspiring conversations about Julian's bartending days.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think there's a lot of good stuff that will come up through just the repetition of doing more and more, and it's cool. I'm super stoked about it. So
Are you a Carmex guy or a Blistex guy?
probably a Blistex medicated.
Yeah, you
Ooh.
got serious chaps.
I got
Cherry flavored?
I got No, dude, no flavors, man.
My mom used to make me use Vaseline.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably the best thing.
It's
you
probably
can
the
use.
best thing, yeah. It's the only one that works.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And
Mom.
it's also just like non-chemical based, so it's just like petroleum jelly. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Sandy Stone, which hopefully she's
Shout out to
not
Sandy
watching this. This doesn't grace her eyes because I said naughty
Shout out to all of our
words.
moms.
Yeah, it's all the
Shout out to
moms.
all the moms,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
All the moms
Yeah.
in the world.
Hey,
No,
mama.
and the moms.
Yeah.
I'm going to see my mom in a couple days.
Oh
that's
yeah,
gonna be
dude, that's
awesome.
gonna be stellar.
Yeah, for the
What's
first time
what
since
restaurant are you
COVID.
elated to go eat at?
Dude, all of them. Santa Barbara, California is chock full of tasty treats. First thing I'm going to do is go to South Coast Deli and get the chicken Caesar wrap.
Dude, we had a wrap this morning. JP Jabes
I love those wraps.
put together a nice smoked turkey wrap with a little bit of salad dressing. What's your favorite Mexican restaurant in Santa Barbara? Because I know they have some
Oh,
bangers.
jeez. Oh, God. There's so many, and they're all different too. There's ones that are just like street tacos, and there's ones that are in gas stations that are just fire, and then there's like super classy,
I kind of like
fancy Mexican. I generally stick if you're downtown and you're by the water. There's just tons of hole in the wall little Mexican joints you can go in and just get some chili norteños and just a bunch of fun things.
I like I like the whole experience of going into the restaurant and feeling like you're transported to Mexico City, and they have all the fun colors in there and like the paintings of people as skeletons, and then you get the chips and the salsa, and like if it's a really good one, you get the you get the like onion and cabbage salad thing for the chip. You know what I'm talking about, Steve?
Like Pico de Gallo?
It's
Yeah,
not pico de gallo.
pico de gallo.
It's not pico de gallo. It's like it's almost like relish kind of. But anyways,
Those are only at the nice
relish.
places.
yeah, and then you get it, and then you go. The waiter goes, "Can I get you something to drink?" And you go, "A Diet Pepsi, please." That's what I say.
I get Shirley Temples all the time if I'm at Mexican restaurants.
Really?
Oh yeah.
When did that start?
When I was like so we used to have Friday night family dinners, but my dad was like would never. He would just show up to pay the bill.
Yeah.
My dad's an immigration attorney, as you
Okay,
know, and he was just like they were his clients. These people that own these restaurants, we always
Oh,
go to
yeah.
Mexican restaurants, and I just couldn't get enough Shirley Temples. I would get like 9 every single meal, and it's like. You know, it's like at Quiznos with the Sierra Mist. My
Yep.
chicken carbonara and my Sierra Mist, they complement each other so well. And it's like a good burrito or like fajitas and a Shirley Temple, 9 of them. God, it's good.
Are you to both of you studs who are currently listening? Actually, all 3 of the studs in this room. I would like for all of us to answer this question. Are you the type of eater? Because I'm the type of eater that I'm specifically with going out to eat, because I didn't ever go out to eat as a kid. First of all, we didn't have any restaurants in Chihuahua where I grew up. I lie. I went out to eat occasionally, but it was always like a treat.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Are you? And excuse me, it was such a treat that I didn't want to be disappointed by ordering something that I didn't like. So I would always order the same thing. When I went to Mi Casita, the Mexican restaurant in Chihuahua, I would get the steak chicana every time, dude.
Did you get a Shirley Temple with it?
No, Diet Pepsi. I told you.
Gross, dude. That's the worst choice you could have possibly
Okay, so
ever
my
made.
question is
Pepsi?
Diet Pepsi. Yes.
You're messed up.
So my question posed to all 3 of you handsome luchadors is are you an adventurous eater like that, or do you, once you find the thing you want at the restaurant that you will patronize, you're gonna go back and you're never gonna stray away from that menu item?
You want to go first, Steve?
Restaurants that I know and have tried maybe a couple of things that I'll generally go to the go-to that I know that's the fire dish at the restaurant, yes.
Let me tell you one thing. If there's a Reuben sandwich or eggs Benedict on the menu,
Yeah.
I look no further.
Totally.
Oh God, eggs Benny! I
Yeah.
would kill for an
That's
eggs
it.
Benny right
so
now.
like, but I'm also like, I eat like a dog. Like I'll eat the same thing for every meal. Like that's what I get wraps for. Like I'm super basic, and I put hot sauce on everything and just kind of screw it up anyways. So
I wish that certain certain companies, they'll give people like 2 weeks paid holidays. And I wish that they would call it 2 weeks paid hollandaise.
I mean, what would you do?
Just gargle some hollandaise. Oh man, dude, let it run down my chin.
Let it run down your chin. Well,
Let it run.
You guys are talking about all the types of food. That
We didn't
we're
ask
not gonna
Jamil.
have.
Jamil, are you
Oh, yeah.
are you a traditional eater? Do you eat the same thing every meal, or do you, when you go out to eat, or are you like, no, I had the chickens, the mustard chicken last time. I'm gonna get the barbecued spare ribs this time.
Yeah, no, I'm more along the lines of what Steve was saying. Like, if I'm going somewhere and I've been there a couple times, I'll try like a handful of things, but after a while, I just end up going back to the singular, the best dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what's nice about going out to eat with friends that have like eclectic palates or different tastes, because you can get like 6 dishes. And Alan, you do this every time we go out to eat with more than 4 or 5 people.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
when
give me
back.
the apps list and then my thing.
Yep. Well, that was back when I had a job,
Sure.
and I was just
Now we're back on
raking it.
Jamil's
I was
credit
just
card.
raking it in. Now we're back on Jamil's credit card.
Yeah.
And so the app menu doesn't get obliterated by your boy, because you know I want that spinach or
Well,
a choke dip.
Look,
I got you,
guys,
dog.
I want you guys
Thanks,
to
boo-boo.
remember that we are getting Red Robin delivered to our houses tonight. Even though, and I gotta mention to that the
Oh,
girl, that
the
the
wives
wifeys just
are up
showed
here.
up. The wifeys just showed up.
the wifey
And now they're
They're shaking
their
heads.
I guess Laura did mention
They're
that,
backing out
like,
of the Red
I
Are
guess
you
Laura,
backing out of the Red Robin?
guess-
I got so pumped.
Well, Laura did mention last night that it's kind of a bad idea to like let Red Robin sit
Yeah,
for like
stew in
any
the DoorDash
longer than
car.
like, she was like, unless it's coming straight to my table hot, I'm not really into it.
So let's go to Red Robin. What are we
do
waiting
they have a
for?
patty?
We can call.
We can call. Yeah, Alan took like 45 minutes to like figure out if Jimmy John's was open the other day because he didn't call to ask. He was just trying to figure it out on his app.
Turkey Tom, dude. I got some cucumbers on the Turkey Tom. Great
Nice.
addition.
You got to get triple peppers, dude. That's the way to go. Hey, guys, you are awesome. This is such a blast.
This
Isn't
is
it?
great.
Isn't it so cool?
I'm having a blast. We're gonna get 16 subscribers, but I'm still gonna make you guys do this because I really enjoy telling
Not
jokes.
for anybody else.
It's just for us. Yeah, we're only gonna listen to it ourselves. I'm just having so much fun talking about taking stool samples.
Yeah, we went there.
We did. I told everybody that I tickled my
Taz's
intestines.
doing it.
Well-
Well, he's doing it.
Well, I think as we move
Al's
forward,
doing
we'll have a little bit more of concentrated
Al's doing it.
conversations. Al's doing what?
Huh?
What's Al doing?
Taking poo samples.
Oh yeah.
I did, dude. And let me tell you, there's no quicker way for you to really despise yourself than to look square into your dry. Like
right.
when I poo, okay,
All right.
I always like look down at the poo before I flush it.
You know what Laura once told me?
Can I finish my thought?
You go for it.
What's the point?
So I look down before I flush it. I'm always just like, what? I think everybody does that. Like, what? How am I doing? Right? That's kind of like a way of being like, am I sick? Am I gonna die? Did I have beets last night? Did I eat asparagus? So I take a peek underwater. Dude, looking at your poop outside of water is the most messed up thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I literally had to go to the therapist afterwards.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
You've
her
never been to
name's-
a therapist.
Her name's Dr. Tanya.
You should go to a therapist.
This is my therapy.
Good. I'm going to start therapizing you, buddy. Steve, too. And we're going to help you get through this, Alan. We know that your career is wide open spaces.
Dude, I don't have a career anymore.
I know.
It's
So
gone.
look, me and Steve are going to help you through this, buddy. Because guess what? We are also non-existent in the working force. Jamil's our only chance at
Dude,
survival. So we're going to do this thing. We're going to take it to the limits. And my shining star is going to peak so hard on you, dude, that I'm going to just explode. You ready? You guys ready to play? This has been fantastic. I love you and I love you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to What was my point again? What's the name? I forgot
No,
my point.
I think it's. Wait, what?
No,
No.
that's, 'cause
No.
you have to say it.
We have to
Wait,
look that
what?
up,
It's just like people are going to read, wait, what? And that's dumb. I forgot what my point was.
Okay.
Ellipses.
Because honestly, we haven't kept to the point once this whole time, which is
Not
the best.
once.
Hey, put some tag music on the end of this so we can feel cool as we dance out.
Okay, hold on.
Or Alan, sing a song.
Yeah. There once was a man who was a man underneath his skin, and he had a hat, and his hat was round and circular. He also had a bat, because a bat rhymes with a hat. And his hat and his bat were both circular.
Circular.
Oh, circular things are better than square things, and better than flat things, better than oval things. Circular things are in a circle, and I'm gonna make myself some pies.
Let's go get some Red Robin, you freaks.
Tune
I love
in.
you.
Tune in next week. Yay!
For a whole new conversation of sexual exploits and god-awful stories about shitting our
This'll
pants
never
and
happen.
tinkling in the bed. I love you all. Thanks for being my friend, Alan. Thanks for being my friend, Steve.
Yeah, bud.
Thanks, ladies, for keeping us all accountable. And thanks, James, for having the credit card. You're paying for dinner tonight,
James,
bitch.
James, thank you for being on the board. This has been fun. Let's keep doing it. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Boo Boo, did you just make it to the end of the video? Yes, you did. Do you want to see more videos just like this one? Do you?
Well, then head over to patreon.com/live at the lodge, where you can support the How Good's This podcast, as well as the entire Live at the Lodge family.
Yep. Yeah, you're going to get exclusive merch, personalized shout-out videos. Me and Jules, we're going to show up at your house and baptize your nephew, huh? Check it out, patreon.com/live at the lodge.